It all started about a few months ago when I realized that my desk setup had a big influence on how my mind operated. And at the time, it felt cluttered. And that was the moment I felt like I needed to make a change. So instead of cleaning up my desk, I decided to build an entirely new studio focused on creating content around tech. But I've honestly been meaning to create a separate space dedicated to content on this channel, but I kept putting it off because of how expensive it was. So today, I'm gonna give you guys a full tour of my complete dream studio made for efficient workflow and productivity. So without further ado, let's start off with the background behind me. I decided with some light source in the background, it would add a nice touch to the talking head footage that you guys are currently seeing. So like right here behind me, I think that looks pretty nice. So I went with the IKEA donut lamp called the Varmblixt because of its unique shape. Apparently, it was viral all over the internet a couple years back and was sold out on various occasions, but thankfully the hype had died down because there were so many available when it caught my eye. It comes with a remote that allows you to change the brightness as well as cycle through 4 different colors. I thought it was really cool that it also came with a magnetic strip that allows you to store the remote on the wall when you're not using it. To hide my cables, I used white cable hiders to help blend into the wall. I never knew such a simple hack would clean up the look by so much. And keep in mind, it's my first time using cable hiders. Underneath the lamp, I have a small organizing shelf that I stole from my other setup to keep all my camera batteries charged and organized. But it also hides any additional cords sticking out from the donut lamp. Now moving on to the shelf, I bought this unique orange shelf that I found on Urban Outfitters. It was quite a pricey purchase, but I wanted something unique that would allow for a pop of color in the background. And orange was the color I was looking for, and there weren't many options. And trust me, I looked everywhere for cheaper alternatives and I couldn't find quite what I was looking for. So displayed on top of the shelf, I finally had a place to display the Lego Lamborghini Countach. I've never been a huge car guy, but I can't deny the classics. I also added a few decor books that I found gave a nice pop of color and even added a unique real plant that I picked up from IKEA. Below that, I have my special one-of-one record player that was sent to me as a gift from YouTube back in like 2023 or something. I'm super grateful that there was once a time when I used to receive special gifts from YouTube themselves. So it's something that I'll cherish for the rest of my life. To the left of the shelf, I basically stole the plant that I had in my living room to give the studio an extra pop of green. And if you're wondering, no, it's not a real plant. Now let's move on to the B-roll setup that I've got going on right here. The purpose of this desk here is to be able to showcase products and take cinematic shots under the overhead light. I'm really surprised at how well this turned out. It looks incredibly aesthetic in pictures, especially because of the lighting, and I've got to give myself a pat on the back for that. So obviously the first thing that stands out is the picture frames. We've got a print of a Porsche 911, modern art, and a classic Ferrari F40. I didn't want to leave the walls empty around the room so that if I ever decide to have it as a backdrop, there would be something that I could have there as decoration. So like right now, you guys see the shelf, you guys see the light, but if I ever have my, camera over there, you guys will be able to see the prints. Now for the desk itself, we've got here an E6 standing desk from FlexiSpot with a maple top and white frame that also came with caster wheels, so it's easy to move around. It's 60 by 27 inches, so it's quite a large desk to have many different products showcased on top. I love having the option to stand or sit whilst recording the product shots because I'm usually sitting in my chair for majority of the day. On top of the desk, I've got here a leather Nordic desk mat to contrast the wood color of the maple to showcase the products on top of. And as you may have noticed, there are plenty of attachments on the desk itself. So let's start off with the cable management tray. On the back side of the desk, I installed a white cable management tray that doesn't require you to drill into the desk, so that if I ever want to move it around, I could. I've never been big into managing my cables with desk setups, but for some odd reason, I put a lot of work into optimizing the cables this time around so that I'm able to move around the desk, around the studio without the hassle of cables hanging around. And the goal was to create a studio with maximum efficiency and, the least friction. So I had to make sure that everything was neat and tidy. The only cable that sticks out from the desk is the 12-in-1 surge protector cable. And it stretches far enough so that I can move around the desk wherever I want, basically to the middle of the studio. And another attachment is the light. We have the Amaran Verge Max, which is a round diffused key light that allows for it to move around freely and can double up as an overhead light for product shots due to its nature. And when I use it as a product shot light, it's so nice. The most important attachment at the B-roll setup would have to be my overhead camera. I'm using the Sony ZV-1 point-and-shoot camera because of how light and small it is, but it also provides great picture quality. I then have the camera mounted on a small rig overhead mount, and small rig makes some premium camera mounts and a bunch of stands. Last but not least, I have the Elgato teleprompter attached to the Elgato Wave microphone arm that can be moved around, connecting to any camera that I decide to use. I had always thought teleprompters were cool, but I never had a use case for them until now. Since I actually have to record talking head footage for my tech videos, I'm actually using it right now, by the way. Especially with how much I mess up in my videos and have to do like multiple retakes, I think having this teleprompter is going to make things a lot more efficient when it comes to recording these videos. And so far, I'm not gonna lie, it has been helping me. Now, in between my B-roll desk and A-roll desk, that is where I have my talking head camera stationed. I'm using the Sony FX30 as my main camera for this talking head shot. It's paired with the Sigma 16mm f1.4 lens. Since this studio is a little bit on the smaller side, so I can't have like too long of a range, I recently started using quick release plates, and they have been an absolute game changer. Now it's super easy to swap out my cameras if I ever need to use it for different use cases. The tripod that I have my camera station on is the Manfrotto tripod. I'm not exactly sure which model it is since I bought it a few years back, but if I remember, I'll link it down below. Before we move on to the main desk setup, let's talk about the chair. I'm sitting at my desk for majority of the day, so I need an ergonomic solution for an office chair. And thankfully, Autonomous was kind enough to send me this Ergo Chair Pro in full gray and full mesh. I'm really thankful for them, especially with how expensive this studio project was getting. So thank you, Autonomous. It gets really hot upstairs, so I'm really appreciating the mesh material right now, keeping my booty quite cool during long editing and filming sessions here at the desk. The setup for this chair was quite easy, and overall, it's quite comfortable. Moving on to the main desk setup itself, this is where all the editing for the content that you'll see on this channel will be done. So this desk is the Bamboo Top 60 inches by 30 inches, so it's slightly larger than the Maple Top E6 standing desk. This is also an E6 standing desk from FlexiSpot. Although the other desk was purchased with my own money, FlexiSpot was kind enough to send me this desk here after I told them about this project that I was working on. And I love the fact that the desk comes with caster wheels, so it's very easy to move around the desk whenever I feel like organizing the cables or having a vacuum underneath the desk. Like my standing desk from downstairs, oh my goodness, that thing is so heavy, I can barely ever move it around. And whenever I need to move around the setup, it's such a hassle. So I decided that this entire studio will be dedicated on creating a workflow around a laptop, a one cable solution. Especially because of all the laptop reviews I've been doing, I wanted to create an easy setup that allowed me to swap laptops in and out and get to testing them without having to deal with the extra stuff in between. First things first, my main laptop that I'm using for this setup is, of course, my 2024 Asus ROG Zephyrus G14 that I purchased about a year back. which in fact, I will be making a 1-year review of this laptop very soon. So if you guys want to see that, please let me know. It has been my absolute favorite Windows laptop from the design all the way to its performance. It's running 32 gigabytes of RAM and an RTX 4070 Ti. And I kind of wish I opted in for more storage, but honestly, I'm glad I even purchased this laptop and this specific configuration before the 2024 version was discontinued. Underneath the laptop, I'm using the Kuxu X53 ergonomic laptop stand. It has great ventilation and has a built-in 8-in-1 USB hub. However, if I get any more peripherals, I might have to get an external USB hub on the side. For the monitor, I've got the laptop connected to the 1440p Asus ProArt 27-inch display that goes up to 144 Hz refresh rate. For the specific model number, I'll have it down below in the description if you guys want to check it out. The names can get quite confusing, but I love the aesthetics of the monitor, which adds on to how minimal the setup looks. On the desk, I've got a gray Nordic desk mat made out of felt material. It gives off a premium feel and look, but the only downside of this is that it's not optimal for gaming. It's not the most comfortable for quick mouse movement, but it definitely keeps my wrists warm. For my keyboard, I'm using the iQnix Magi 65 low profile keyboard that I bought sometime last year. I made a whole video testing a bunch of low profile keyboards with my buddy Hippotech, trying to choose my favorite one. And this one right here was the specific keyboard that won the battle. With the keyboard, I'm running a cream colored coiled cable that matches the colorway of the keyboard itself. And for the mouse, I'm using the brand new Logitech MX Master 4 in gray. And to be honest, I wasn't a fan of how big it was considering how small my hands were. It didn't feel ergonomically right in my hands, but slowly it grew on me. And it's been more and more comfortable as I used it more. So I definitely get the hype. A lot of people were saying, oh my goodness, this is, definitely the best Logitech MX Master mouse yet. But I didn't believe it at first because, it just didn't feel comfortable at first. But I've also used the buttons and macros on the MX Master 4 using Logi Options Plus for specific Adobe applications to speed up my editing workflows. For the audio, I'm using the Edifier M60 speakers in white. When it comes to editing and entertainment, I love using speakers instead of using headphones all day, so it's quite important for me to have high quality audio. But if I didn't have a choice though, I'm using the Kiwi Astral IEMs that I received for review a while back. And if you guys haven't seen that, the link is down below. It has incredibly good audio and keeps me focused due to its noise canceling nature. For my microphone though, I'm using an Elgato Wave 3 USB microphone attached to the newer version of the Elgato Wave microphone arm in white. This one, you can actually twist it and tighten it. The old microphone arm, you would have to use an L wrench to tighten everything. So as much as I want to use a high quality XLR microphone setup, I'm also using these peripherals for a travel setup. So it needs to be as easy to take down as it is to set up. As for charging, I have found that MagSafe has been the easiest solution for my phone and AirPods. So I have here a white Anker MagSafe charging stand. Powering the charging stand, I have found the best 12-in-1 solution. I randomly came across this on YouTube or something like that, but this right here is the Gitrion charging hub that has multiple portable 40-watt GAN chargers plugged into it. So you can basically take these chargers out and use them portably when you're out and about, and then come back and put it back into the charging hub. And it also comes with retractable USB-C cables to keep things tidy. Behind the monitor, to add some ambiance lighting, I have an IKEA floor lamp with a Govee smart light bulb so that I have control over the brightness and the color. Also, to avoid eye strain, I have installed Govee lamps that I used at my previous desk setup behind my monitor. I have the controller of the lamps routed underneath the desk so that I can control the lights either through my phone or a one-click solution under my desk with a physical button. In addition to all this tech, I've got a Nordic valet tray in coral to keep my accessories and other small everyday carry items in one place. Speaking of organization, I've also installed a white drawer underneath the desk to store my memory cards and other peripherals that might come in handy when recording videos. And to avoid the sound of items sliding around, I installed a felt pad onto the bottom of the drawer. On top of it all, I'm mostly proud of the cable management. I've gotten routed through the tray to keep things nice and clean so that it's also really easy to move around the desk. All right, so at this point, I'm not sure if you've noticed, but we've got this consistent theme going on. We've got a bunch of wood tones with the picture frames, the desks, and we've also got a bunch of white peripherals and gadgets going around. So I try to keep things pretty cohesive with each other with a bunch of white, grays, and wood themes, and also orange for the background. So even the light is orange, as you guys can see. So yeah, hopefully, you guys appreciate the attention to detail with this, because I had so much fun putting this together myself. But anyways, that's the entirety of my dream studio made for efficient workflow and productivity. I'm easily able to move from one desk to another without any friction, and that has been my goal since the beginning of putting this studio together. I'm glad I was able to combine both aesthetics and functionality into one and create this space. The only thing that I need now for this setup is a chair mat. So if anyone has any recommendations, comment them down below. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found some inspiration for your own studio.